hope you all are doing well on this lovely Saturday. I just popped on in here to say hi. I am tired. I don't know. I don't think I'm physically tired. I would have to say I'm probably mentally tired more than anything. Yeah, mentally tired more than anything. So much has been going on in my world. So much has been happening. So many things. So many. I don't want to call them challenges or what. But I came on here anyway to show my face. It's Saturday. I don't know how many people are going to be on here. That's fine. Oh, hey, Jim. How are you? Hey, Jerry. Jerry, what's up? Happy Saturday to you. I hope you slept well. I had a rough sleep last night. Just did. I had a rough sleep. Yeah. But I'm here. I have some things to do this morning, so I woke up and decided that I was going to have some of my coffee with you all, and then I'm going to go about my business. My hair is looking crazy. I finally found someone who can do my hair here, and so she's going to start doing my hair. The thing is, she said it's going to take her about 6 hours to do my hair, and I'm just like, girl, what? What, girl? My loctician normally takes about 2 hours to do my hair, so it's like, that's a long ass time. 2 hours versus 6 hours. I'm just like, come on now. Anyway, thank you for the love this morning. I've been feeling some kind of way. You know how when you're at the cusp of your breakthrough, but you're still in the season of just dealing with different things? That's where I am. I woke up feeling some kind of way. You know, I feel like one of the things that I'm going through, or one of the things I'm sorting out in my mind, is betrayal. And it came from a close friend of mine. And, initially I was like, well, shit happens. And I still feel like, well, shit happens. But last night I was thinking about it. And I was talking to ChatGPT about it. Hey, Chip, how are you? And lo and behold, as I was talking about it, this glass broke in my house. Like, I only have so many cups and I only have so many glasses. Literally, one glass and 3 cups, like 3 coffee cups, and a couple of travel mugs. Oh, thank you. I actually need to go to the dentist. I'm due for a cleaning, but that's the story. That's the story for another day. I have a really sensitive tooth on this side. Every time I eat something sweet or drink coffee with my creamer, it bothers me. I don't have a cavity there, but you have a tooth that just has that one tooth that has a sensitivity. I have that. So it's about that time for me to go to the dentist and get a cleaning and all that. I try to go every 6 months, like they want you to. You'll see. Last time I went to the dentist, which was about 6 months ago, I had a ball with my dentist. She's a new dentist of mine, and we just laughed, and it was just so much fun. It was so much fun to go to the dentist. So anyway, so last night I was talking about this betrayal that I experienced with a friend, and as I was talking about it and sorting it out in my mind, really, this glass cup fell and broke. it just fell and broke. And I kind of thought that that was symbolic. I really did. You ever have something that you're sorting through in your mind, and then all of a sudden you drop something and something crashes and breaks into a million pieces, and it just gets your attention in such a way? It was weird. It was weird. But yeah. And I thought to myself, I really do need to let this go, but I also need to process what happened. And it's one thing to have betrayal, it's another thing to have betrayal. Good morning, 1476. It's another thing to have betrayal from a friend that you've been friends with for, oh gosh, like what, 26 years maybe? Long time. And all this time, you guys, I'm gonna tell you, all this time I thought that I was being a good friend to this person. I thought that they valued our friendship. I thought that it actually meant something to them. And come to find out, it was always transactional. I mean, at least within the last few years, it had become transactional. Come to find out, you know, this person had always, this is a male, this person had always had feelings for me. And because, you know, I never decided to take it there, it ruined that was part of what ruined our friendship. Let me just be real. And that was very hurtful. And you know, it's funny because this person is in a whole relationship with somebody, okay? This person is not available by any far-reaching stretch of imagination, and yet they wanted and they were willing to cheat on their loved one just to get with me. And they wanted me to drop my values and drop my morals and participate. And that is part of what broke the friendship up. Yeah. So crazy. So crazy. I can't even. And it was almost like, thank you for the love. It was like I saw their true colors. Again, we've been friends for like 26, 28 years, got to do the math. And during this time, I've been there for that person on multiple levels, emotionally, mentally, you know, just available, just present. You know, I went through all of the different people that they dated, like, you know, talking to them about it, giving them dating advice, laughing with them. At one point in our friendship, they were dating this woman who did not want us to be friends, even though we had been friends for over a decade by that point. Woman did not want us to be friends, so he chose to be with the woman and leave our friendship. Good afternoon, 5615. How are you? And after that relationship expired, which I figured it was going to expire, I took him back as a friend. Because I figured, oh, you just lost your mind. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing well. So I figured, he just lost his mind. You know, it's okay. He let his little head think for his big head, whatever. So I'm going to continue to be friends with him. Well, fast forward, you know, this particular friend, like in the last few years, you know, maybe they helped me here and there with things, you know. But for some reason, they thought that them helping me as a friend resulted in me giving them sex. And because I didn't give them sex, then all of a sudden they totally flipped the script on me and just showed me their true colors. I mean, just what I saw, in them was something that I had never truly seen before. it was almost like seeing the true nature of a person. It was almost like, have you guys ever had a situation where you've been friends or you've had a lover for a long time, and then all of a sudden their true nature comes out? I mean, like this side that you've never seen before, and you don't even know who you're talking to. You don't even know who this person is. I mean, they're mean to you, they're nasty to you, they talk down to you, you know, all of that. All of that is what I experienced in this friend that I had for 26, 28 years. And it was very eye-opening, and it was very hurtful, and I felt like in a way, and I don't like feeling like this because I've had this happen before, I felt like they were treating me like a prostitute in a way. And I've had this before with a client of mine who was, you know, I charge a certain fee to because, you know, I do business and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And just the way they thought they could treat me because I was helping them and they were paying me, and it was a problem. So I left that relationship too, that client relationship. In this case, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. So I was thinking about that last night, and the glass broke, and I said I probably need to process my feelings. You know, I hadn't cried about it yet. At least I don't think I've cried about it yet. I hadn't cried about it yet. Sometimes you just gotta have a good cry about things. And I thought, for someone to mistreat me is crazy. It's just crazy. Because I'm the type of friend that holds your secrets. I'm the type of friend that will keep you from making mistakes that you really don't want to make. You really don't want to make. I'm that type of friend that said, do you really want to do that? You know, maybe you should think twice. Maybe you want to think twice about that. I'm that type of friend that's there for you when you're at your lowest and there's nobody else that's there for you. So I just thought to myself, at the end of the day, the person didn't value the friendship. And basically they told me that. I said, well, what about, you know, all the times that I've done this for you and I've done that for you, and I don't like to keep scoring. I don't even like to go there because to me, it's just not the way to be. I don't like to tell people what I've done for them. But it seemed like in that case I had to remind them what I did for them. Because they were acting like we didn't just have 26, 28 years of friendship where I was present. And ultimately they told me in so many words, well, that's not good enough. Well, I don't remember that. I don't remember you doing that. I don't remember that. That was a long time ago. Yeah. And that really made me feel unappreciated. Oh, I think personally, the worst feeling in the world, in my opinion, is to feel unappreciated by someone who claims that they love you and they care about you. That is the worst feeling in the world. Oh, you're my friend? Okay, Carrie. It's so funny. Yeah, you guys are my friends. You guys would never do anything like that. Of course you wouldn't. But yeah, so just the disrespect. And then to have it at a season in my life where there's so much happening. I'm coming out of, I would say in a way, a dark place, a place where I'm like, okay, what's going on next for me? You know, what's my next 5 years look like? You know, what do I really want to do with myself? And blah, blah, blah. And for me to be coming out of that dark place, or in the midst of a struggle, if you will, and for someone to treat you like shit. Okay, Carrie. It's just terrible. It's one thing to be going through things. It's another thing to be going through things and a person or people who you think are your friends mistreat you or mishandle you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. So I was feeling like shit. And I think that's why my sleep was interrupted. It was interrupted. But you know how everything has a time and a season, you see. And you have to be careful how you treat people. You have to be careful how you handle people. I have individuals in my life, and each of them are different. I have one individual in my life that swears that, you know, they are consistent or trying to get in my life. Let's just say that, because they're at the outskirts. They're consistent and, you know, they want to reconnect. We'll just say that. But to me, they're inconsistent. The person told me, and I kid you not, that they could, now this is going to sound really crazy, because it sounds crazy to me. They could never love me the way that I love. In other words, they were saying that the way that I love is very unique, basically is top tier, and they could never love me like that. So my question to them was, why even pursue me then? Why not pursue someone that will accept the level of love that you give? And why not receive the level of love that you give from someone else? Why would you, if I'm loving top tier and you're loving base level, why do you don't need this it's a mismatch. It's a mismatch, clearly, because you benefit from my love being top tier. What am I benefiting from? Your love being a lower tier? It just doesn't even make any sense. I need to work on my arms. You get older, you get this right here, that part. My arms, without fail. So I need to probably go to somebody's gym. I do. I haven't been to the gym in a month of Sunday. That's a sidebar, you guys. Sidebar. Or I need to do some type of arm exercises or something. I'm going to show you what I have on. Am I shame? Yeah, I'm shame. Am I thick? Yeah, I'm thick. But am I thick in shame? Yeah. But that's a story for another day. So anyway, yeah, person tells me, oh, I can't love you at the level that you love me. Well, then why are you trying? Why do you want me? Why are you here? Is the true question. Why the fuck are you here if you can't love me at the level that I put out? It just doesn't even make any sense. It's like you want to benefit from my love, but you can't match it. If you can't match it, then perhaps the love is not for you. Perhaps it's for someone that can match that level. I'm not expecting a person to love me the way that I love them. I know my love is unique. Okay, let's get this straight. I know that my love is unique. I know that my love is top tier. But what I don't want to do and what I'm not going to do, what I ain't doing, is accept a love that is less than that. You don't have to love me like I love you, yet you can't love me less. It doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And for somebody to be that serious and allow those words to fall out of their mouth is just beyond me. Beyond me. You want the benefits of me, but you're not even qualified. You want the job, but you're not qualified for it. You want the position, but you have no credentials for the role. Why do you need the position? Please. Please. So the audacity of people. And then I have a friend who, we just having coffee. I'm having coffee before I go run my errands. And Lord knows I got things to do today. What time is it? Lord knows I got things to do today. What you say? I need loving. Salt and pepper go good with everything. Yeah. I am planning on dyeing my hair. I don't know if it's because I just feel like I've been feeling so lackluster. I have been feeling lackluster. And part of it is because I need to get my hair done, which the lady says she's going to start today. That's a whole journey in itself. And I'm going to tell you, I haven't been feeling attractive. I haven't been feeling like myself. I haven't been feeling like B. And part of that reason is because I've been taking care of all kinds of different things over here that are beyond me being able to pamper myself. I love being able to pamper myself. Yeah, I love it too. But sometimes I do diet and gray always comes back, which is fine. It's fine. But I just feel like I need a change. I need a change. I got a birthday coming up, and it's just like, I've been feeling lackluster. I've been feeling out of shape. I've been feeling you know what I mean? Some kind of way. I've been feeling some kind of way. I haven't gotten a facial in a month of Sundays. I'm due for a massage. I'm due for a manicure. I'm due for a pedicure. I'm due for all of those things. And I'm planning those things because that's one way that I take care of myself is by taking care of myself physically and making sure that I, you know, pour into myself because God only knows, waiting on somebody else to do it. You be waiting until kingdom come. People know that they can know that you work hard. They see, even like my boobs, everything is big now. My boobs are big. My butt has been big. My thighs are out of control. And my arms, but hey. Thank you. Thank you. And it's not like, Victor, it's not like, it does probably sound like I'm being hard on myself. I'm talking to you guys like the girlfriends and boyfriends that I don't have because people are just not available. Just not available. Yeah. So I'm finding that the older that I get, the more I thicken up. And I'm just like, okay, I knew this was coming. My mother has big boobs. I've seen them develop over time. It seems like I'm headed in that direction. And I'm just like, okay, most of my life I had smaller boobs. And now here we are. They're growing, which is fine because ironically, when I was younger, I wanted bigger boobs. And now it's like, okay, here they come. Here they come. So I'm getting used to all that and, adjusting. And it's just not easy, It's just not easy. It's not easy being a woman. I'm sure it's not easy being a man. I can't speak to that. But it's definitely not easy being a woman. It's definitely not easy being a woman, Just because you got hormones and this and that, you got people who want to be in your life space, people who want you to love them and take care of them emotionally, who are not available, men who want to basically just, have sex with you but can't get you a pedicure. I mean, they could, but they don't even think to do something like that, which is just crazy to me. If you know a person is working and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, instead of just texting them, talking about have you seen the sunset? Fuck all that. Can you give me some coffee from Starbucks? Because I'm going to be working till midnight tonight. Hello. 5, what is it? What is it called? The way you want to be loved, your love language. My love language is active service. Can you help some kind of way? What can you do? What can you do? If you see me doing all this stuff, what can you do? You see me saying, well, you know, I'm going to get myself a pedicure, a manicure, or this or that. Okay, and you already know that you got, okay, you got the coins to be able to do something. Do something. I almost said the word. Do something. Instead of just watching me, you know, spin around in a circle like the Tasmanian devil. Stop telling me that I need to go on vacation and make me feel like I'm on vacation for a couple hours. If you will. If you will. I mean, come on. Come on. It's ridiculous. And I got one guy who I met, you know, he's interesting, but not really. Okay. He doesn't speak English, which is fine. Why don't I? Because they don't need a pedicure. No, they're not. I'm talking about people that are already retired, boo. I'm talking about people that are not working. I'm talking about people that are established. I'm talking about people who already have the coins. I'm not talking about people that are struggling. I'm talking about people who already have it. Okay? You might not fit that category. I'm talking about people who will tell you, I have 9 cars, I have this, and I have that. Okay. Okay. That's nice. I'm talking about people who will tell you, oh, you know, it's too bad that you have to work today. It doesn't even make any sense. And some of this, the conversation that I'm having right now, some of y'all are not going to get it because you're not mature in the first place. You got a problem with treating a woman in the first place. This conversation is not for you. That's just like if I knew a man that was working hard and I was trying to be with him like that and he was working hard, okay, how can I make your life a little bit easier? Food, dinner, what? But some of you guys are not going to understand this because you listen to podcasts that tell you that you don't need to treat a woman, or you can just treat a woman any kind of way and she'll accept that and that'll be enough. You're not a giver in the first place. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking to the people with sense. With sense. You don't have sense, this conversation is not going to register in your mind because you still have a soft spot in your brain. Child. That's just like, I used to date this guy in the past, and you know, he's a very good guy. Okay, he saw at the time that I had a business and this and that. He automatically came in with advice, with help, with ideas. Okay, hey, have you checked this out? Hey, what about this? Hey, have you thought about this? That was great. That was great. Hey, how can I make things easier for you? Hey, I see that actually you have 8 jobs and running a business. Wow, that's really impressive. Here's some flowers. I hope this makes your day. I know you're busy working all the time. Here's some coffee. Hey, I know you're always doing stuff. You're a woman of many trades. Hey, here's a spa coupon. I researched this spa over there in your area. I don't know if you've been there, but this is what they do. Here you go. Here you go. Instead of just only trying to get in somebody's pants. Anybody can try to get in somebody's pants. That means nothing. But when you're dealing with a woman that's already handling her shit, okay? Or a man that's already doing all kinds of shit, There's nothing wrong with how can I make things easier for you? How do I be a blessing in your life? We're beyond how are you doing today text. Why? Because I'll be 46 in April. What do you mean? How am I doing? Well, let me tell you. Come on now. So yeah. This is a conversation that only grown-ups will understand. Only grown-ups will get it. Shit. So anyway, this guy that doesn't speak a whole lot of English, which is fine. Okay? Speaks a language that I've been trying to learn, seems like forever. I'm still working on it. However, I will say when I talk to him, it's very difficult because I'm using Google Translate like nobody's business. So it's like a workout to talk to him. Okay? This man could easily tell me in his language, let's go out for a cup of coffee. What he's managed to say in English are things like, I can have a cup of coffee at your house. Oh, you cook? I can come eat dinner at your house. What else did he say? Oh, you dance? Oh, I don't dance. You can teach me how to dance at your house. Man, no, I can't teach you how to dance at my house. Hey, Lynn, no, you can't come have dinner at my house. And no, we're not having coffee at my house. Why? Because I just met you, man. Just met you. Right. I just met you. So you, what? If I don't know you like that, no, we're not having coffee. When you're not coming over here, you're not even gonna know where I live. It doesn't even make sense. To you guys that are not sure how to go about dating someone. Oh, which chicken? Leah, which chicken? I'm always cooking chickens. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do some barbecue chicken in the slow cooker. I've never done that, so maybe I'll find a good recipe for that. But I think I'm gonna do that for the week or so. But anyway, which I gotta go to the grocery store. I got so much to do, but I'll do it in about 20 minutes. But anyway, the man could easily ask me to go out for coffee. But he want to waste my time and have me using Google Translate talking about nothing on the phone. I don't want to talk to you on the phone about nothing. I don't. I know I'm going off today. Sometimes you just need to go off. You just need to go off. I don't like people who waste my time. I don't like people who ain't talking about shit. I don't like guys who don't know how to. It's 2026 and you don't know how to date. You don't know how. You need to read a manual. Because this is not it. Thank you, Lynn. I know I ain't lying. This is not it. You want to be in my zone, but you ain't doing shit. You know I'm working, I'm doing all this stuff, but you don't have enough sense to say, hey, sweetie, did you eat lunch today? You're retired. You ain't doing nothing. You know, I'm semi-retired. I'm not there yet. You're retired, period. Okay? You got the means, you got the ability, but you don't have the sense. Come on, Lynn. I am not lying. Lynn, tell me. You're a woman that works. You're a woman that's doing all this stuff. You're handling everything on your own. You're paying your bills. You're doing this. You're doing that. And then you got some man who's of means, who don't even have enough sense to get you a coupon to go get a massage, who's telling you you need to have a vacation. Nigga. There, I said it. If you don't quit, Lynn, did I say it right? That's what I'm saying. If you don't quit, what are you doing? You just talking to me about nothing. Talking to me about nothing, seeing me juggle all these things, telling me I need a vacation, but what you doing? Hey, Salvador, what you doing? It's foolishness. It's foolishness. It's like, I don't even, just stay over there. Matter of fact, I'm busy. You stay over there. They ain't doing shit. That's what I'm saying. What are you doing to make this life easier? Instead of being a spectator with some popcorn and you retired. You got the means, okay? You're not broke. You got the means. Okay? You telling me I need to take a vacation. You don't even have enough sense to ask me if I had lunch today. Hey, I know you're busy. I know you're working. I know you're doing this. Is it okay if, I drop lunch off to you? Is it okay if I send you Uber Eats? Is it okay if, I treat you to a cup of coffee real quick, while you're out there doing this and that? I know you're working and this and that. I don't have time for it. I just don't have time for it. I would rather you not even be in my life. I would rather you not even be on the outskirts. Just let me take care of everything that I'm taking care of by myself anyway. Why are you here eating popcorn? Right. Exactly. This same man, took me out to dinner twice, which was nice. Okay, had a good time at dinner. How about the second time he took me out to dinner, he thought it was okay for him to just kiss me on the cheek. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for you to put your lips on me. You didn't ask me if you could put your lips on me. This is what I'm saying. You need to have balance. You need to have balance. Just because you're doing something kind for a person doesn't mean that you have the right, all of a sudden you own them either. Yes, put his lips on my face. And I was just like, man, you take me out to dinner twice. You think you can put your lips on me? Because that makes sense. Foolishness. It's foolishness. I don't know. And this man, he's older. So it's like, boy, I know you know better. I know you know better. These are not gentle men. I prefer a gentle man. I prefer a man with some sense who can actually respect a woman and her hustle, who could respect a woman that's doing everything that she can, taking care of herself. If I was a man and I see a woman that's doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, I'm going to say, hey, wow, that's pretty amazing. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy, Lynn. And that's what I'm talking about this one time where I knew this guy who actually did have some sense. Knew I was working 8 jobs at the time, knew that I had my business at the time, was actually impressed, was like, wow. Have you heard of these resources? Here, let me email you this. Let me connect you to this person. Blah, 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 skibbity-doo-dah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm realizing that apparently that level of sense, it must be rare. It must be rare. When my father and my mother got together, my father had that level of sense. My father saw, oh my goodness, this woman, she bought a house by herself. She's doing this by herself. She's doing that by herself. And here I am. Wow, I have my resources here. How can I help her? What can I do to help this woman? She's doing all this stuff by herself. That's a man, people. That's a man. I'm tired of these men who don't know what a man is in the first damn place. Because they haven't been raised by a man, so they don't know what a man is. They don't even understand. And yeah, these are stereotypical roles. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Shit. Because at the end of the day, it's like you got two pieces of a puzzle that come together. This one has this, and da 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 da. This one has that, and da 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 da. Both of them come together like two pieces of a puzzle. Why is that so hard to understand in 2026? Especially by these young men who don't have no damn sense. Some of them, not all of them, and the old ones too. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. You want to be on my phone talking about nothing. Can't even bring a person, ask a person to go out for a cup of coffee. Want to come have a cup of coffee at my house? Oh, I think not. I think not. And then people have the audacity to ask me why I'm single. Really? What you say? Immature, totally brainwashed. Their fathers did not teach them. Their fathers did not teach them. My father is so disgusted by some of these men out here. My father is disgusted. He's disgusted. It's crazy. Because he didn't raise my brothers to be like that at all. My brothers have sense. Shoot. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And look, please don't say a man is a provider. Is 907 where you are? Because these guys, some of these guys will flip their whole top. Provider? What? Oh, you listening? Okay, thanks. Provider. Well, what the woman bringing to the table? Her ovaries. She's bringing her ovaries to the table. What do you mean? Nonsense. Nonsense. You know what? This is why I'm by myself. Because at the end of the day, if I can struggle by myself, pick myself back up, work, make my own money, pay my own bills, take care of myself mentally and spiritually and emotionally and financially, what are you there for? To be a spectator with some popcorn? Make it make sense today. People don't want to hear this. They don't like to hear conversations like this because it bothers them. It steps on toes. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. This conversation is for grown-ups who are fully developed. Fully. Not children. Or not grown-ups who think like children. Because like I said, you're not fully developed. This is why some women are single. And you sit and you ask them, wow, well, you seem like you got it going on. And they do have it going on. But if they got it going on by themselves, okay, they've been taking care of themselves for eons, and then you want to get upset because somebody's been independent, then make it make sense. The bills need to be paid, period. The bills, they don't care who's paying them, okay? So if somebody's being independent, that's because they're taking care of themselves. Exactly, Leon. Taking care of themselves because they have no choice but to take care of themselves. And even when I had a man, was still taking care of myself, and also been in situations where I was taking care of him too. Please. Because everything has time and season. Time and season. But this is something that some of you all, you don't know. Good morning. Is it Paulindo? Good morning, sweetie. Time and season. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. So yeah. I'm going to have to pin this video so that when people ask me why I'm single, so that they understand. The reason why I'm single is because I got somebody. Oh, it's 11 p.m. there? Okay. Or 11 p.m. The reason why I'm single, let me just outline it for you so that you understand clearly. Number one, I enjoy my own company. That's number one. Thank you, Paulindo. Number one, I enjoy my own company. Okay. Number two, I got one person trying to get in my life telling me that they can't love me at the level that I love. Do you think I need to be with them? No. I got one person in my life. Thank you, Paulindo. One person in my life who can't even take a person out, can't even take me out for a cup of coffee, but want to come to my house for dinner. And I just met him. Okay? I got one person in my life who can see me working, doing all kinds of things, and who is already, good to go, retired, blah, 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 who hasn't done anything to make my life easier, so he's not attractive to me. Okay? I'm just saying. You want to know why I'm single? These are the current people that are in my orbit. This is why I'm not choosing them. This is... Is that clear? Now, if I meet somebody tomorrow that has some sense, maybe things will change. Maybe things will change. Okay? Oh, yes, Paulindo. If you were here, yes, I would love to have your cooking. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, and I'm going to be single because, like I said, if I can take care of myself, nurture myself, and all of that, I agree. I deserve way better. Way better. And that's why none of those people that I mentioned are even an option for me. They are obsolete. Like it said in the Twilight Zone, you are obsolete. Shout out to my Twilight Zone people. My pillow fell. Thank you. Yeah, and I appreciate you, Paulindo. Thank you. I know eventually, that's what I'm saying, Leanne. I would rather do it by myself. I would just rather do it by myself. Other than you just being here, you just in my orbit eating popcorn. You just want to benefit from my sex. You just, no, absolutely not. That's it. That's all you striving for. That's all you wishing for. But what are you doing? Nothing. Nothing. You're not even consistent. You're not even sweet and romantic. Thank you, Paulindo. At the very least, you're not even sweet and romantic. You can't even get that together. Come on now. Oh, you've been on your feet all day? Oh, wow. Here, let me get you a pedicure. It's so simple. So simple. It's so simple. See, because that's how you get things like cornbread. Which I actually was going to bring somebody some cornbread, but I thought he didn't like sweet things, so I didn't. Come to find out he does like sweet things, but anyway. Yeah, you guys, so that is why good women are single. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I definitely appreciate romanticism. I appreciate it. It's the simple things. It's the simple things. You know? A love note. Hey, this is a song that made me think about you, made me think about us. Hey, I'm getting some flowers delivered to you. You know, man, I admire somebody that works as hard as you do. Here's some resources. You know, here's some resources. But what I hear from one particular person, it's always about what they want. Right, Leon. Resources. You put that in your vocabulary. Resources. Yeah, is that right, Paulindo? And that's what I'm saying. You know, there are guys out there now. Let me say this: they exist. I don't know I haven't met them lately, but I know they exist. Who understand what I'm talking about. They get it. And I know this because I met at least one in my lifetime so far. So I know they exist. Who say, wow. And my father is like that. Wow, impressive. Wow. Here, let me take this off your plate. Is that so hard? Is that so hard? And don't automatically think that you owe them ass for doing it. Because you're not a prostitute. You said they can't spell resources. I can't. I can't. What you say, 9306? Always a down payment for right. Yeah, we all gotta keep hope alive, because I tell you what. Right, you can, but they can't. Exactly. They're like, oh, I gave you a burger. You know what time it is, girl. Oh, I bought you a Happy Meal with fries. Go ahead and bust it open, baby. Hey, Vance, how are you? We just on here kikiing. And again, it's not all men, but Lord have mercy. Just like I was saying earlier, I met a man, he told me he had 9 cars. Did you have that experience? That's crazy. Man told me he had 9 cars. He's got this, he's got that. He actually invented some product a long time ago, made a lot of money doing it. And let me be clear, for those of you who might not understand, I'm not saying that I want your money, because I have my own money. Okay? What you say? Buy me one little thing, now own your ass literally. Oh, isn't that crazy? Okay, sweetie. But this man was like, oh, it's too bad that you have to work. Oh, what you say? You're not old, just further along in life. Yeah. Well, that's sweet. I am further along in life. I am. But it's all about perspective. You know, because where I live, I'm still considered a baby. Most people around me are definitely older than me. Definitely. Ooh, excuse me, got a burp. But yeah, guy was like, I have 9 cars, I have this, I have that, blah, 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 skippity doo dah. Knew that I was working, knew that I was doing this, knew that I was doing that. It was just like, and then tells me, oh, it's so sad that you have to work and this and that and this and that. I'm just like, okay. Why are we talking? Why are we talking? Anyway, you guys, let me see. I got about 10 more minutes on this thing and then I'm gonna skedaddle. But I just felt like coming on here and yeah, this is a little bit of a rant, okay? It's a little bit of a rant, you know, because I just kind of felt like I needed get some things off my chest. Hey King, how are you doing this morning? I needed to get some things off my chest. I needed to just express myself. Last but not least, friends. I have a girlfriend, I kid you not. She only cares about her own shit, okay? She'll reach out to me just so she can tell me about her own shit. Rarely does she reach out to me, how are you doing? What's going on in your life? I was thinking about you and just wondering how you're doing. What you say? You like how I'm sipping something during my live stream? This is coffee. Are you back? Oh, okay. All right, Leanne. Yeah, spiritual awakening. Hey, spiritual, how you doing? I kid you not, this girlfriend. And then if she'll text me, and then if I reach out to her, like she'll pretend that she's trying to touch base with me. And I can't explain this, but I'll reach out to her, then all of a sudden it'll be about her. Oh, you took your coffee espresso a few minutes ago, is that right? And I don't like it. I don't like the fact that I don't like people who reach out to me and really, their whole objective is to only talk about themselves. This is what I'm doing. This is what I have going on. Blah, 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 blah. But it has nothing to do with you. They don't have enough sense to ask you how you're doing, but they basically just want to be seen. What you say? Heard all the same speeches. It's like they have a handbook. Yeah. What would that handbook be called, Lynn? So yeah, I got a girlfriend like that. She get on my damn nerves. She get on my nerves. You know, sometimes you just want to block people. Sometimes you just don't want to have nothing to do with people. Sometimes you just want to ignore people. Sometimes you just, this is how I feel. Sometimes I just want to focus on what I'm focused on and mind my damn business. Stack my own chips, do what I'm doing, mind my own business, take care of my own self, and just say the hell with everything else. That's how I feel sometimes. I do. I really do. And I know I'm not the only one, because you got friends that's barely there, always busy, don't have time, or reaching out to you just so that they can be seen, so that you can be caught up with what's going on in their world. Damn, what's going on in your world. Talking about they miss you. No, you don't. You miss me being present to listen to your bullshit. That's what you miss. Let's just be real. Guys who say that they can't love you at the level that you love, but want your time and your energy. Guys who can't even take you out for a cup of coffee, but want to have a meal in your house and you just met them. Guys who see you running around like a chicken with your head cut off and can't make your life any easier. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Friends that you've been friends with for 28 years, and all of a sudden they don't have no damn sense. This is what I'm dealing with. Oh, but there's a bird outside, a couple birds. I give water to the birds, that is my thing. And I'm watching them drink their water. That makes my day, actually. It's the little things that make my day. Like being able to give the birds some water. They appreciate it. They appreciate it. Seems like the birds just have more sense these days. Seems like the birds do it for me. You know? Yeah. So yeah, you guys, that's my rant this morning. I know I don't normally come on here and rant. Yeah, I'm definitely the bird lady. Definitely the bird lady. I don't normally come on here and rant, but the birds are where it's at. They come over, they drink their water, they're happy, they're grateful. Feels like they appreciate it. They appreciate it. They're glad that I put it out there. You know, yeah. But I'm going to stand up and let you guys see what I'm wearing today. Do I feel kind of shame? Yeah. What you say? Maybe she needs someone to listen to her, and apparently you are a good listener. Yeah, of course she needs somebody to listen to, and I don't mind being that person that listens to her. Hey, Alex, I don't mind being that person that listens to my friend, but at the same time, what about me too? Me too. 9 times out of 10, it's about her, and it's like, come on now. The person that listens also wants somebody to listen to them. It's only reasonable. But if you don't have the bandwidth to listen to me, I mean, come on now. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. You know, people who are listeners, they get tired of just being the only listener on the damn phone. Shit. They got some stuff they want to talk about too. They got some stuff going on in their life too. And if you call yourself a friend, then it's not just only about what the hell you talking about. It's about what that other person is talking about. I got another friend like that. When I get on the phone with her, child, please. Please. I'll be lucky to get a word in edgewise. I don't like that. Call me back. Matter of fact, I don't even talk to that other friend because that's how bad it is. I tell you what, I stopped talking to her on the phone. I tell you the date. It was 2024, of August. About 2024 of August, I stopped talking to her on the phone. I kid you not. It wasn't all the way up until last year, December. You see there? Because every time I got on the phone with her, it was just, this is what I'm doing. This is what's going on in my life. Let me tell you about me. I'm so great. I'm so wonderful. Blah, blah, blah. I got to tell you this story. And it would be for hours. And and she played that game with me in December. And by the time she asked me how I was doing, the conversation was damn near over. And the woman didn't have any energy left. Why? Because she spent all of her energy talking about herself. Oh, shoot. Y'all, I tell you, funny times, funny stories, really. I'm not mad about any of these things, just so you know. But I do find people quite comical. I will say that. But you see, it's the drunk friends for you that call at midnight. Right. People want you to be there. People are like, oh, you're such a great listening ear, and blah, blah, blah. But heaven forbid if you need them to listen to you. Oh, I gotta go. Can't even pay attention. You talking to them in person. They're on their phone. They're on Instagram. They're taking pictures of you while you're talking. Come on now. Come on. We got to do better. You tell them you're depressed. Oh, that's nice. They didn't even hear what you said. Right. I'm depressed. Oh, that's nice. What? So, yeah, I can't. This is why I'm an introvert first and an extrovert. Now, I love my friends. Don't get me wrong. But let me tell you, sometimes you just gotta stay away. Sometimes you just gotta take a break, and you have to pour into yourself. You have to pour into yourself, right? Like you want somebody to pour into you. This is why I'm single. Because I pour into myself like I want someone to pour into me. Okay? This is why I take care of myself. I do my own thing. I bring my own money in. I go get my hair done myself. I go get my pedicure, my manicure, my facial. Not only that, I pour into myself spiritually. Okay? Not only that, I rub myself before I go to bed. A routine. Rub myself down. Hold myself. Hold myself, not having to give myself sex. You understand? Because some of y'all, you hold people, but you hold people because you want sex from them. You can't just hold anybody. You don't have enough sense. You don't have enough willpower to just hold somebody. You're holding somebody in hopes that you end up rolling around in the sheets. But sometimes a person just wants to be held. A person just wants to feel that embrace and that safety and that trust and that assurance and that love and that warmth without anything extra. Sometimes people just want a massage without you taking it to the next level. If you don't know, I've been celibate for 2 years now, over 2 years. And I have become my best lover. Become a best lover. And I'm still on that journey. Loving myself whatever season I am in. Loving myself no matter what. Loving myself as the numbers add up. Loving myself and giving myself grace. That's important. And when a person is loving themselves to that type of magnitude, they're not just going to allow any type of energy within their framework. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. And this is why I am single. And glad to be single. Right, Lynn? And glad to be single. Because I have been my best husband. I have been my best wife. Hey, Milwaukee. I have been my best boyfriend, my best girlfriend, my best pastor, my best shaman, spiritual advisor, nurse and doctor, mother and father, friend, best friend. Hey, lady. How are you? So I've been all that. So when a person has been all that and financer, okay? When a person has been all that and cousin too, exactly. When a person has been all that to themselves, when they have held themselves together, when nobody else was there to hold them together, when they have literally embraced themselves, when they have literally had to talk to themselves, when they have literally told their body that the body is healing. In the midnight hour, please don't get me started. And then you got some raggedy person coming in with nothing. What you say, when I just want to cuddle, I get cursed out. Is that right? 9306. There's always different perspectives, isn't there? Single and celibate 5 years, 11 months, because being in love with me is so important for me. Your words hit home. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What you say, so I am my cousin. You might be. Right. What you say, Milwaukee? Shout out to Milwaukee. Shout out to my hometown. Raggedy. And again, there's always different perspectives because some men do know what I'm talking about. Some men absolutely understand what time it is. they have somebody raggedy who can't appreciate them. These are facts. These are facts. Okay? And it's a shame, really. It's a shame. I'm starting to think that maybe the next person I date is somewhere overseas, y'all. I kid you not. I'm starting to think that, for real. What you say? I'm confused now. I need mental therapy. What I'm saying, Paulindo, is it Paulindo? Let me see. Did I mess up your name? Let me see. No, what I'm saying is sometimes you have to take on the role of being everything for yourself. And I've taken on that role full force. You know, from being my best lover in multiple ways. You know, allowing myself to be all of me. Times where I'm down, still being my best lover. Times where I'm up, still being my best lover. Times where I don't feel attractive, still being my best lover. Times where I feel like I got it going on, still being my best lover. Being my best lover in multiple platforms. Okay, Leon, if we don't have our own back, thank you, Holler. If you don't have your own back, you're already messed up. Because if you wait on somebody to have your own back, you'll be waiting till kingdom come. To kingdom come. Old folks know what I'm saying when I say kingdom come. Y'all know what I'm saying, don't you? You'll be waiting till kingdom come. You know, you can't just expect somebody to do all these things for you that you can do for yourself. So it's better that you do it for yourself. You ain't gonna wait on nobody to do it for you. Exactly. You don't believe in yourself, who will? What you say, Milwaukee? Exactly. Oh, you were just joking. Okay. Paulindo. Oh my goodness. I thought I had to break it down for you, but you knew what I was talking about. But yeah, time is about that time. That's what I'm saying. And that's one thing that I learned through all of this. And I tell you, as the years add up for me, I come to the conclusion that nobody, like, I am my best lover. I am my best lover. Period and point blank. There has been nobody that has loved me the way that I loved myself. The way that I take care of myself. It's extreme. It's extreme. And thank you, Holler. It's extreme. I love myself at a high level. I love myself so much I don't allow people within my orbit who are doing the bare minimum, asking the maximum and doing the bare minimum. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know? So, what you say? B, you were always super grounded and reflective, or did that come with time? Was I always super grounded and reflective? In some ways, yes. But over time, I think things have developed for me because I've seen life play out, and I realize that when the chips fall, there I am standing still. And oftentimes, I'm standing alone. But I'm still standing. And so I realized, my mom, I grew up like this in a way. There used to be this book called Why Do I Think I'm Nothing Without a Man that my mother had in our library when I was a kid. And it caught my attention when I was a kid. And I was like, why would somebody think that they're nothing without a man in the first place? Plus, my mother has always told me, God bless the child that has her own. And so so it was really important for me to have my own, which is why I've been working since I was 14 years old, because I wanted my own. I was taught early on, you come in this world alone and you die alone, which might be a sobering thought for some people. Yet that's the reality of the situation. There's only room in the grave for one person in the box. There's only room for one person, you see. And I've come to accept certain things. I've had many beautiful relationships, and they came to a close for one reason or another. One reason or another. And I just realized that at the end of the day, regardless of who comes and who goes, I'm still here. So I have to take care of me. Exactly. Hey, Leanne, glad you're back. And that's what I realized. But I grew up with that understanding of God bless the child that has her own. You know, this is why certain things are set up for me. Okay, I'm a veteran. If I ever needed, you know, help later on in life, I'd be able to get that help. I'd be able to get assistance. Like if I needed somebody to come stay with me and help me, shout out to my veterans out there. I'd already have that service provided to me. You have to set yourself up so that you can take care of yourself in multiple ways. You just do. Because also too, just because you have someone doesn't mean that they're going to be the person that helps you. It doesn't mean that they're going to always be there, and if they are there doesn't mean that they're going to be available. They can be there and not be available. They can be there and not be present. You know? Then too, I learned that the person that I'm in a relationship with, they can't be my everything. They can't. They're not able to do that. It's beyond their job description. And to expect everyone or one person to be your everything, you're already setting yourself up for disaster, for failure, for disappointment. You might as well just forget about it. Just like I can't be their everything, they can't be my everything. It's just not happening. I can be my own everything is what I can do. What you say? That's a tough one, but a real lesson to learn for sure. Oh yeah, I've been in relationships, and you guys can probably relate. You've been in relationships where you were alone and you were in a relationship. You were alone. That person was there. What you say? I've had a lot of men so-called love me, but yet I've done everything myself for 2 decades. That's what I'm saying. You know, no, the person that comes into my life space, they will see an individual that has been loving themselves. Yeah, 38 is very young, and taking care of themselves and nurturing themselves. They too, hopefully, would be taking care of themselves and nurturing themselves and loving themselves. What'd you say? I want to do it for myself, and when they do one thing for me, someone expect my whole world in return. Yeah, and that's just not love. It's just not love. Love gives. It gives. It gives because it wants to. It gives because it's a gift. It's not giving and because it's transactional. It's just giving. It says, wow, here, let me love you. Let me love you. Not let me love you and let me get something from loving you. Because what is that? That's an arrangement. Yes, talk to yourself. Exactly. Again, nurture yourself, love yourself. Literally, when I go to bed, I rub myself, I talk to myself, I soothe myself, I comfort myself, I talk to my body, tell my body, the master is here. I love you. What you say? That's real right there. Can you pin that clip somewhere? You know what? I don't even know what I said, Holler. Because you know I'm just on here talking with my coffee. But yeah, you know, these are keys that I think I've learned and relearned over time. And it's not to say that I can't enjoy somebody in my life movie. Oh, yes, I can. Absolutely, I can. Yet they're coming from a full cup, like I'm coming from a full cup. They're not expecting to drain my cup. I'm not looking to drain their cup, but you have two people that are coming from a full cup and say, "Wow, let me love you. I want to love you." And the other person says, "Let me love you." And then the other person says, "How do you like to be loved?" And the other person says, "I like to be loved like this." And then the other person says, "Well, how do you like to be loved?" "Well, I like to be loved like this." And they decide if the ways that they love each other, if that person can give that person the type of love that they like to receive, and if that other person can give that person the type of love that they like to receive. And then they love each other and enjoy each other. That's how it works. It's so simple. It's so simple. Just like I sent this guy this clip about what is it? The language, was it 5 languages of love? Which I think there's definitely more, but this is just for elementary. Right, and they both live happily ever after, or at least they both live happily ever after for a season. But the point is to express yourself to the person that's in your life movie. Just like I said, I sent this man a clip. I said, what are your love languages? He didn't know what I was talking about, which is fine. I said, well, I didn't tell him, but because I haven't had a conversation with him about it. My love language is, one of them is acts of service. Acts of service. That's why I'm on here, hooping and hollering. That's why I say, if you know I'm working hard and you see me working hard, fool, give me a cup of coffee, would you? That's an act of service. Come on now. It could all be so simple. Know your love language so that you can communicate that with someone else. I had one guy, his love language, I think, were like words. He liked to hear words of what do you call it, like affection or whatever. Had to make sure that I give him his love language, what he wanted. Had to tell him certain things like you're handsome, you're beautiful. Words of affirmation, you can do it, blah blah blah. I'm so proud of you, da 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 da. That turned him on. That was his thing. There's nothing worse. I'm gonna say this. I promise you, I'm gonna get off the microphone. There is nothing worse than somebody just giving you what they want to give you, and you didn't even ask for it. Somebody that's just loving you just the way they want to, and you don't even know that ain't it. I don't want you to love me like that. I ain't asked for that. Right. I ain't asked for that. Give me a cup of coffee. Somebody that's just loving you blindly the way that they think you want to be loved, and that ain't it. For example, somebody that's touchy-feely and you ain't. Somebody that wants to give you gifts and you ain't here for that. You don't care about no gifts. You care about quality time. Right. If you ask somebody, just like before you lay down with them, you ask them, how do you like to be touched? Do you like this? Do you like that? You say, I would like to drink coffee in your company and talk. Yeah, we can talk about many interesting things. There's nothing like having a good coffee talk with you all. Most definitely. I'm almost out of coffee. I'm going to drink this coffee and then I'm going to go run these errands. I'm probably going to go get a smoothie because I feel like I deserve a smoothie today. But yeah, I'm going to go over my favorite spot, get a smoothie, and then do some running around. What you say, it would be cool if both partners have the same love language. Yeah, and sometimes that does happen. And sometimes people have multiple love languages, but it's just so nice, to be able to be loved in your language. It's nice to receive love, period, but it's even nicer to be able to be loved in your love language, because then you feel heard. Oh, he heard me. Oh, she heard me. Oh, wow. Somebody tells you that they want quality time and you giving them gifts. It's a mismatch. You think that you're loving them the best way, but they're just like, but I just want you to spend time with me. It's not about these gifts. Damn these gifts. Where you at? I just want your company. Right. I don't understand that either, Leanne. I don't understand that either. Right. Out here trying to buy love instead of putting in exactly. And I got an ex like that. Like, oh, I just want to send you gifts. But in my mind, I hear send you shit. Because I'm not asking for that. I've been asking for consistency, sir. Consistency. Like, where is the confusion? You think consistency is gonna come from a gift? No. You trying to buy something like we just said here. No, it ain't it. That's not it. That's just like, I knew this guy that I was in a relationship with. What you say? I'm very romantic and love nature and work hard to do for myself. Then you meet someone, they're exactly the ones you talked about. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, there are people out there that are sane and in their right mind, who you don't have to like. Is that right, Lynn? Lynn, we should date. That's it, Lynn. I'm going to take you out on a date. Where are we going? But yeah, there are people out there who are sane and in their right mind. They're out there. Have I met them recently? No. What'd you say? You say exactly the same things I always try to preach and they don't listen. That's what I'm saying. There are people out there where there's no exchange. Love is not transactional. What's my ideal thing to do on a date? Oh my gosh. Well, you guys know I love coffee. So my ideal date is coffee, maybe a little snack, to go with the coffee, and the sunset. Coffee, snack, sunset. That's it. That's it. And conversation. Can I sit with you at the sunset and enjoy coffee and enjoy a little snack with you? Or you gonna turn my stomach? Or you gonna not be able to sit? That's my ideal date, first date. Just sitting and being and watching the sunset, being in nature, being able to appreciate the beauty of the sunset. There's something about seeing someone in the sunset and allowing someone to see you in the sunset. I feel like in the sunset, I feel beautiful in the sunset. I feel fantastic in the energy of the sunset. Somebody being able to see you there and you looking at the clouds and the colors change and the sun go down, and being by the water, especially, I live by the water, and just being there and laughter, having a great conversation, having a meaningful conversation, getting to know that person, the ins, the outs, what makes them tick, what they've been through, all of that. That's my ideal date. Let me get to know who you are and what you like, what you appreciate, what you value, what holds meaning for you. Let's talk about spiritual things. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about alchemy. We want to talk about alchemy. We talk about aliens. We want to talk about aliens. Let's just get to know one another. Let's be in each other's company in nature. And let's enjoy this coffee and this snack. Reason why we got the snack, so the coffee doesn't interrupt our stomachs. You understand? Sometimes you don't want to have too much coffee on an empty stomach. Like, I gotta go and I gotta get a smoothie because I'm having coffee on an empty stomach. What you say? Men, we don't want gifts. Yeah, some of us are just like, and now mind you, I like gifts. Oh yes, I like gifts, most definitely. But my first love language is an act of service. It's just an act of service. And maybe secondary, I don't know. I have to look at the 5 languages. Maybe secondary would be gifts, or maybe secondary would be quality time, but it just depends. I had a lover who liked quality time and he liked words of affection, or is it affirmation? Quality time and words of affirmation. That was his thing. Yeah. Exactly. Leanne, what's your love language? Have you looked at that? And that's why it's so important, because each individual is so different. You know, so for Leanne, it might not be gifts. Leanne, I don't know what your love language is, but it's good to know. You know, for somebody to know, hey, this is how I like to be loved. Then it's not a mismatch. They give you all these gifts and you're just like, because every woman is different. I gotta ask my mom what her love language is. Hers is probably quality time, I bet. You know, I'm curious if she would say that. But right now, mine's are active. Yeah, we're all different. We're all different, and men too. And that's why I say we should date. Just tell me your love language, Lynn, and we'll be good. It's so simple. Somebody give you instructions, damn it, follow the instructions. Is it hard? It's not hard. It's not hard. My parents have been together for a very long time. They've been married for, oh my gosh, damn near 30 years now. So, and that's not to say, number one, that every person that's been in a relationship a long time has a quality relationship, because we know that's not true. Sometimes people just be holding on for the sake of holding on. We know that. Okay, because they've been with Elroy since the 50s. All right, but they want to go upside Elroy's head, but they haven't. Okay. Number two, that's not to say that only quality relationships last a long time. No, I have been in great relationships and they lasted for a season, and that season was enough. Yeah, Elroy. That sounds like an old person's name, doesn't it? Elroy. You want to push Elroy down the stairs, but you know you can't. So, hey. So you don't. But you've been wanting to push him down the steps a long time ago. But you just holding on to Elroy, because Elroy is all you know. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, you can have a relationship that lasts months. You have a relationship that lasts years. It's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. About the quality. You know, I am definitely the type of person that can love you for a season and be done. When that season is up, it's okay. Season is up. Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed our time together. You know, now we transition into friends. We can be friends. Be friends. We don't need to be lovers, like romantic lovers. You know, and I've had to do that for different reasons. You know, and it was great. I mean, sometimes it was difficult to let go of people. You know, it was difficult. It was difficult, but necessary. I'm good at letting go of people when it's necessary, even when it's difficult. You know, but I to this day, I have people, or at least one particular person, that's just like trying to get back in my life frame, even though the movie has been over. It's been over. It's been over. And it's crazy because they're trying to get back in my life frame without my love language. It just doesn't even make sense. Or without following the blueprint. What you say, when I told my ex it was time for him to move on and new experience with new women, he was like, huh? Exactly. Time is up. Me. Thank you. Come again. Thank you. Come again. Is that from Living Color? I feel like that's from Living Color. Hey, how are you? How are you? How do you say your name? How do you pronounce your name? Don't want to pronounce that wrong. You know, when you have somebody, he couldn't understand that I'm mature, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it just be done. The last lover I had, I told him from the very beginning. I told him, you can blow in and you can blow out of my life. Yes, you can. You can blow in and you can blow out. And yeah, and he probably thought I was crazy. But hey, I meant that shit. In other words, hey, let's enjoy each other. Let's have a good time. Is that right, Leanne? Okay. Is that right? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, you have to tell me more about that. I also told the same lover, I said, there are going to be women in your life that try to control you. Oh, you do it all? I see. I'm very impressed. And I told him, I am not one of them. Or try to own you. That's not me. Leanne, you're funny. That's not me. So, just so you know. For me, love is freedom. I'm not here to own you. I own me, but I don't own you. You see what I mean? And there's such a liberty. What you say, that is the part about relationships I do not. Exactly, I'm not your property. Exactly, you don't own me, boo. I don't even know what the hell you talking about. I don't even know what the hell you talking about. What? The audacity to think you own somebody. That's crazy. No, I own me. I've been with me for, it'll be 46 years now. You just got here yesterday. What you say, Leanne? You just got here yesterday. How you gonna own somebody? I just met you. I've been with myself for 46 years. I own me. That's it. You know, I share my love with you, but sharing your love with somebody doesn't mean ownership. It means I'm sharing my love with you. You know, sharing like here. Here's a piece. You get one. I get one. You get one. I get one. That's sharing. Sometimes you gotta draw a diagram. What you say? I'm not your mother and you're not my father. Exactly. You know, or a guy that comes in and tries to be your father, and I'll be like, baby, even my father don't tell me what to do. So what are you doing? What you think you're doing? Even my father don't tell me how to dress. My father is in his 70s and he has never raised his voice at me. Huh? What'd you say? I wish we was closer. I just want to hug you up close. No one pinpointed all this stuff I've been preaching. Oh, I'll give you a virtual hug. Everybody virtual hug. Group hug. Y'all. Yeah, even my father has never told my father don't even tell me what to do. He's my father. What? Because he knows that I'm grown. So what he gonna tell me? What you say? My friend's husband told her to stop acting like his mother. I told her to tell him to stop treating her like she. Exactly. First of all, I'm definitely not anybody's mother. I don't even have any kids. So I'm gonna be your mother. Be your mother? That's crazy. I have my own kids. You want somebody to be your mother? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know what? I dated a guy. Oh, you don't? I dated a guy, and this is why I broke up. Well, this is part of the reason. He was treating me like I was his everything. And I know that's so romantic. No, it's not romantic. What I'm saying is, I felt pressure that I had to be, you know, his rock, if you will. I'm not anybody's rock, but my own. I can't replace the people who are not in your life. I can't do that. You know what I mean? Don't put that pressure on me now. What? I had to leave him alone. That was one of the reasons. When I told him I wanted to leave him, the man would threaten things like suicide. And I'd be like, you know what? That's not healthy. You're not about to guilt me into staying with you. Make me feel like I'm the only one you have when it's, almost 8 billion people on this planet? Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I can't do that. It's too much pressure. Just like I wouldn't expect a man to be everything to me. How you gonna be everything to me? How you gonna be everything to me? How? You gonna be the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker? No. No, you're not. So why put that pressure on somebody else? You're not about to put that pressure on me. Is that right? 9 billion now? Right. What you say? I let them know this is my movie and you could be cut or fired from your... Come on now. Baby, your position is not stable. You know, I say, let's enjoy each other. No pressure, no stress. Let's love each other. And if you ever feel like you want to do something else, just let me know. Just let me know. That's it. You know, that's how I do it. And then I say, if we're gonna get together sexually, okay, I'm gonna need to know. I'm gonna need to see them records. I'm gonna need to see your HIV status. Cause what? Cause baby, you only get one hoo-ha, and ain't nobody gonna mess up my hoo-ha. I'm sorry, but no. I need to see your records. Right. I'm gonna need to see. Okay. Then when the time comes, I'm gonna be look. You see how I lift that up? I'm gonna be looking. Okay. Okay, because I'm trying to see something. Because you are not a no. We're not doing that. We're not doing genital herpes. We're not doing HIV. We're not doing none of that. So I'm gonna need to see something, be lifting up balls and looking at paperwork. Right. All of that. Now it's so easy. You can just order you a kit from Instacart. Ain't no rhyme and no reason. So yeah. And I've been like that. Like I have been checking folks' status since the beginning. I'm gonna need to see something. One guy called me and had the nurse tell me while I was on three-way. Sure did. And I was right there. And I was like, What you say? And I left all the stuff there. He bought his house. Is that right? Yeah, baby, I was on three-way. The nurse was like, yeah, you're negative and this and this and that. And I was like, good to know, because you are not about to
You are not about to roll around the sheets with me, and I don't even know where you've been. And another thing too, here, you didn't have too many partners. I'm sorry. At this point in my life, I don't give a damn. You are not about to add me to your list of 100. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't care. You know what? You've been with, I'm sorry. Go be with somebody that don't mind all that. But I don't know what you own. I don't know what. No. No. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't need to be with somebody. You done been with so many women, and then now all of a sudden you want to bring that energy over here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because you done did too much. And for a person like me who hasn't done a whole lot, you done did too much. No, I'm not the match. You're gonna match with somebody that's done a lot like you. That's what you need to do. You did a lot. Go with somebody that did a lot too. Don't come over here. Come over here to a person that ain't did a lot, but you did a lot. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because no. Why would you want to do that? Right. Exactly. Exactly. Because that's not fair. That's not fair. You got a laundry list of partners, and then you want to come over here to a person that does not have a laundry list. Please. Please. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. I don't really feel the fairness in that. It doesn't even make any sense to me. You want to come over here, you done spread your seed around, you know what I mean? You done been with this person, been with that person, been with the other person, been with that person, then you want to come over here. You want to come over here for what exactly? Just go back over there. Come over here. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want to be with a person that was a hoe. And no, hey, if you want to be a hoe, great. Real life, not every guy out there is a hoe. I stay single if I want to be single. If you a hoe, then that's fine. You know, I don't mind a person being a hoe, but what I'm saying is you're not going to come over here. I'm a woman who has standards. And to people who don't have standards, that can come across the wrong way. Period. So, you know, people want to get upset because you have standards, because they've been a hoe. That's your problem. You want to be a hoe, that's great, but you ain't going to come over here with your hoish ways. What? You gonna come over here with your hoish ways? What you think this is? I'm a kept woman, been a kept woman, honey. You know what I mean? Coming over here, you got a laundry list of dis-eases, and you looking at me like, I said dis-ease. Because just because your record is clean doesn't mean you don't have dis-ease. You done been with Sally Jane, Mary Beth, Tabitha, Shaniqua, and Shaquila. And you want me to lower my standards? And you tell me I'd be better off single because you've been a hoe? No, you just been a hoe. You be better with an exorcism. How about that? You don't even know the spirits you keep. You want to bring them over here? I'm supposed to feel bad about that? Please. I'll recharge my vibrator and throw it across the room when I'm done. At least I know where it's been. At least I know it's not carrying 10 spirits from the grave. You don't know what Shaquila, Shaniqua, Mary Jane, Mary Beth, you don't know who they went with. Who you talking to? Better get you some milk. What you say? Do not do oral and they be mad. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey Mark, how you doing? No, I'm not a virgin. What's my secret? I don't really have a secret to clear skin. I really don't. I need a facial. Just because I'm not a virgin doesn't mean that I don't have standards. I say you can't be a hoe and come over here. Having sex with somebody does not automatically mean you're a hoe. I said you can't have a laundry list of people and come over here. I'm sorry, but I ain't. I was a virgin when I got married. Do you understand that? I've been a kept woman. I know who I slept with. You can't come over here with a laundry list of people and think you're going to add me to the list. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. What you say? Energy and a spiritual cleansing is real needed. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Saint. Need a whole, like I said, exorcism, and you want to come my way. You done been with the whole neighborhood. You done traveled and been. Oh, I have, let me see. I think I have 5 tattoos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Been everywhere. Oh, am I missing one? Been around the world. And I. What? Don't get mad at a woman because she say, don't bring that shit over here. It's like some of you guys who are immature, not all of you, but the ones who are immature and still who have a soft spot in their head. Some of you guys, you can't understand a woman that decide that they don't want to sleep with you because they don't want to sleep with all the 100 people that you slept with already. But then at the same time, if this woman has a laundry list of people that she slept with, then all of a sudden you got a problem with her. Now, which one is it today? Got the right to decide who I want to sleep with. I got the right to decide who enters the queendom. Just like you got a right to decide who you want to sleep with. But don't get mad at a woman because she say you can't sleep with me, you done been with too many people. Sorry. Right. Sorry. Like that game. Exactly. If a woman decides she want to be a hoe on a Tuesday, then you got a problem with that. Oh, she done slept with too many people. She been used up. Oh, really now? Now, I'm not talking about you, baby. If the shoe fit, put it on. I ain't talking about you. Only a hit dog hollers, baby. Only a hit dog hollers. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah. Yeah, and even if a woman did like oral, she has the right to decide who she want to give it to. Exactly. Exactly. The foolishness of it all. The foolishness of it all. I'm selective. I've been selective. And I've been celibate for the last 2 years, and that has made me even more selective. Why? Because I've nurtured myself in a way that's beyond sex. And then if that's all you got, exactly. Oh, my favorite sport? I don't know. Do you consider dance a sport? Right. If that's all you got is sex anyway, baby, wake me up. You sound boring. Anybody can have sex. It's biology. Okay, Ann? My orgasm is coming from within. I never farmed that out. I didn't farm that out to you. I live an orgasmic life. Now what? Now what you got? What you say? Right. Anybody and their grandmama could have sex. My grandparents were having sex. Come on now. What else is new? Yay, you can have sex. Some of you can't even, you just having sex. You ain't even having meditation, just having sex. You're out here busting nuts. Like, okay, and crazy. I got a tinkle, and then I'll be back. And then we're gonna do, I don't know if we wanna do a meditation. Let me know if you guys wanna do a 3-minute silent meditation, because we'll do that. Always do that to recenter myself, recenter the room, recenter us. Lots of ranting happened today. So it's always good to come back to the 0 point. And the 0 point is the point of sanity. When I go off, it's important for me to have to bring it back to sanity. But yeah, I'm gonna go tinkle. My underwear. Oof. My nipple ring. Okay. Guys, you see what I'm wearing? I'm kind of ashamed. I've been feeling I haven't really been feeling confident. Okay. Come back in 3 minutes. No, it's only gonna take me 1 minute to use the restroom, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I have. Actually, I'll show you right now what I have on. Just a little suit. Nothing crazy. I got my Yoda socks on today. But I have to tinkle, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I put my Buddha beads on so I can come back to my senses. And can I do my favorite dance? I don't think I have a favorite dance. Show you what I'm wearing today. I'm gonna put my hat on. The lady is supposed to start retightening my locks today. She said it's gonna take her 6 hours, but I'm just gonna go for 1 hour and just break it up in sessions because what? I wear my Air Force hat. Hold on, let me put it over my locks. All right, let's tie that up. Right now, I can't remember the name of this perfume I'm wearing. I prefer oils. Ouch. I prefer oils like amber and stuff like that. I prefer warm oils. But I do have this perfume. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, you were saying, oh, shout out to my Air Force veterans. Do I still do music videos? I do have a few videos that are already posted on the internet, and I intend to do more. I just, one thing first. First do this, then do that, then do this. I'm a very systematic person. Very systematic, but I do have intentions. I'm always writing music. I'm always in my creative. And thank you for your service. Yes. Shout out to all my veterans. Yeah, amber, vanilla, sandalwood. I do, and I like frankincense. Thank you. I said I'm gonna be dyeing my hair. I know some of you guys are probably disappointed, but I do dye my hair from time to time. The gray always comes back full force. I like the fact that it's white and gray. I do. I shower regularly. Mark, what kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? Okay. So before I go and get on my gig, we do have time to do a 3-minute. Oh yeah, I just plucked some gray hairs out of my eyebrows. We get in this chair. I'm 5'1". Those of you may not know. What's a good frankincense perfume? I prefer just frankincense, the oil. I have an oil blend that was made for me by my Babalao in California, and it's a mixture of all kinds of different scents that I have to get. I haven't gotten it yet, and I need to get it. You know, I prefer like anointing oils. I prefer oils that are made with intentions, oil blends that have an energy to it, just depending on what it is that I'm looking to manifest within my life space. So I'm very conscious about that. But I just have this regular perfume that I got from Ross. I just grabbed that because it was available and I wanted something that smelled good. But if it were up to me, I would actually be getting the blended oils, but there's no place here that I know of that sells blended oils. It's my place in California that does that. So when I get out to Cali, oh, is that right? Yeah, when I get out to Cali, my intentions, y'all, these underwear are really, maybe I just need to get a bigger pair. I'm a Puritan at heart when it comes to taking baths, you know, like lavender oil or something like that. I don't really do too many. I prefer, in a perfect world, I prefer to do things that are more natural, have scents that are more natural. Oh, is that right? No, I haven't looked at that. There is this one lady that sells natural products on the internet. I reached out to her. You know, I usually stay faithful to the people that I've ordered from. I have a girlfriend in California. She has a shop that has some really good stuff there. I just need to get out to California. My favorite scents and aromas and all of that, a lot of that is in California. There's this one website I used to go on too that had really good stuff, but I gotta think of what it was called. But yeah, when it comes to scents, I'm not on my game. I haven't been on my game for a long time, because if I was, then I would have my blended oils, but the only oil that I have left is a little bit of cinnamon, and I just need to get it together, you guys. I need to get it together. You know, for my ladies, you know that I went through a whole UFE procedure with the fibroids, and that was a whole journey in itself. I posted that on here. Yeah, I eat. I'm not particular about my diet or anything like that. Only thing is, I eat when I'm hungry. That's it. I don't eat if I'm not hungry. So, but I don't have a strict diet or anything. I used to be pescatarian. My iron got low, and I'm still pescatarian. And then one day, I decided not to be. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, I've been on this journey. It's a very interesting journey. You know, it's not always pretty, it's not always easy, and yet I'm still here. I come on this YouTube really. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't have a particular diet. I just eat when I'm hungry. You know, like I said, I used to be pescatarian. I did that for about 10 years. My fingernails, I need to get them done. As a matter of fact, some of them broke, but I usually try to file them down. But yeah, I'm definitely due for a manicure and a pedicure and a facial and a massage and my hair done. I'm due for all of those things. And just like I was saying earlier in the video, just like a makeover, if you will, you know. But I've been focusing on, yeah, I like the salt and pepper. I do, and I agree it does fit me. You know, most definitely, it definitely fits me. You know, I don't have any issue with it, but I do diet at least once a year, only for it to come back like this. So I go through seasons. It's like another personality that comes forth when my hair is dyed black, which I like to dye it black. And then I also like when it comes back like this, because I feel like I'm like two different people. And if you're a woman, then I know you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so I like this look, and I also like when I dye it all black too, because I don't know, it just kind of makes me say, Harpo, who this woman? If you know, you know. Shout out to the people who know the original color purple. Thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like I said, I haven't, and you are too. I have been busy taking care of all kinds of things, taking care of my finances, taking care of my future, taking care of this, and taking care of that. You know, what I hope to do in April for my birthday month is really just take care of me. Yeah, I'm reading this book that I need to read more of. It's about witches and the history of witches. It's actually a good book, but I'm a writer. So I recently published my 5th publication, which was Ancestor Speak, and I released it last year along with my 33 card oracle deck. I released that too last year, and I have several books that I'm working on, but that was my 5th publication. So not only do I read, I actually prefer to write, have lots of content out there on these internet streets, lots of courses, business books. My background is business, all of that. Oh, you are? Is that right? Yeah, I've been writing, you guys, all my life. All my life. Starting it back. Oh, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. What I'd like to do is get my laptop fixed and then just really get back on my writing projects, because yeah, I have so many writing projects that I'm doing right now. I have the mystery school, which is I think we're on our 6th class in the mystery school. We meet once a month. We talk about all kinds of different esoteric things, alchemy, numerology, astrology, witches, the great goddess, blah, blah. Sacred geometry was, I think that was our last class that I was in. But there's so much, you know, it's not always easy being an adult. You may have noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but I've been doing some hardcore adulting, and in April for my birthday month, I really just want to, you know, pour into myself and just like reinvent myself. You know, I've been working on these thighs. You know, my stomach is still a little bit big because the fibroids are still dissolving, and that's a journey in itself. They've been dissolving for a while now. It takes a while. My favorite part of the day, I like the evenings and I like the mornings. Evenings and the mornings. And where I live, it gets really quiet at a certain time here, and it's peaceful. and I like that. You know, the morning the traffic kicks up a bit, but I like being able to sit in my window like I am now and just drink coffee and watch the birds and just kind of start my morning. My favorite thing to do is to be in my robe, you know, to not have any clothes on and just to sit and just be. That's my favorite thing to do. In the evenings, it's super quiet around here. After a certain time, you can hear a pin drop. So I like just, you know, doing a whole bunch of nothing. Sometimes I'll go to the water, which is a few blocks from here, and I'll just sit there at the water and just be. You know, I'm a person that enjoys spending a lot of time in nature, and I hope to do more of it. I've been in this season where I've been doing everything, you know, this job, this, that, this, and that. What you say, your lemon tree just grew another 2. Oh, is that right? That's awesome. That's awesome. But what I'm hoping to do is just slow down and do things more at a passive state. Right now I'm very active, you know, in producing money actively, but I plan on slowing down and producing it passively because I feel like that's the second leg of my journey. You know, I want to just take a step back, and I want to be able to, you know, relax. I've done a lot of the things already, traveled, been in, you know, different businesses, ran businesses for almost 2 decades, and, you know, been in dance companies, and, you know, been a police officer, and been a college professor, and help people with still help people with their business, you know, done all kinds of things, done them all. And now I'm looking to do things in a different way, you know, hold the mystery school, let people find me, have a place, retreat type places where people can come to, exactly, and find me in the woods. I want to be the witch that you find in the woods. That's what I want to be. They say, well, you need to go over there and see that one witch. And I'll be there. I want to be the person that you come to when you are ready for your healing, you know, and you find me. You know what I mean? Exactly. Starting to look into investments that could pay good dividends. Exactly. You know, and I'm at that place in my life where I'm definitely looking at my financial future. You know, when you're a woman and you're about to be 46 years young and you are single, these are things that you need to think about. Although I've been thinking about them all my life, yet now just to be more active in that, you know, so that when it is time to fully retire, that I am set up in such a way where I have my own land and I have my own this and I have my own that and I have the sovereignty of, you know, not being caught up in these systems that, you know, force you to sell your soul, force you to work when you don't want to work, force you to, yeah, thank you. It is crazy. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's what I see for myself. Like I see myself with land and I see myself with multiple properties. I see myself being able to provide a place where people can go to, where people can actually escape the systems themselves and be able to live affordably and be able to live sustainably. And, you know, especially like women, I want to do more helping women. I help everybody, don't get me wrong, but, you know, thank you, Leanne, but helping women that, you know, are coming out of domestic violence situations where they just need a place to stay and they need a place to escape and they need a place to be. They need a safe place, a place to rebuild themselves, a place to work on their self-esteem, a place to, you know, I see myself going more into philanthropy. And, you know, I've always been a person that gives back with my business, and yet I see myself going deeper into philanthropy. I see myself being the person that's the investor in other people's businesses versus being the one that always has to start them. Where I say, oh, you have a great business idea, that's fantastic. Here is X amount of dollars for a certain percentage of your company. You know, I see myself going into that vein more so than the veins that I've been in before. Again, from a passive standpoint, having more investments, having more assets, and creating less liabilities. Yeah, self-love and respect, you know. That's what I see. That's what I see as I go into, you know, the season of being 46. And, you know, and I naturally, and I don't know if this has happened for you guys, but baby, it has been happening for me. The more the years add up, the less tolerance for foolishness I have. And I hope that that continues. I'm sure it will. You know, this is why I'm very mindful of who I let in my space, because I am a person that is planning their financial future and their, you know, their investment future and their asset future and all of that. And this is why at this particular time, I feel like I have been working so hard to meet goals and to make things happen, because I don't see myself always having to do it. And I figure if I have the strength, as long as I have the strength, and I got to do what I got to do until I get to the next phase, you know, and I'm not a stranger to work. And I feel like sometimes you just gotta, you have to use bridges. And I feel like at this particular time in my life, I am crossing a bridge. I'm using certain things as a bridge. Like, okay, gotta do this to get to this. Then we do this to get to that. Then we do that. Then this comes in and that's a relief and that's great. Then we do this. So I'm a person that's already structuring their life in such a way. And this is why it's so important. That's why I say when I meet someone and they see that I'm doing all of these things for myself and I've been doing it solo, then what impresses me is someone that can recognize that and say, wow, you've been doing all of this by yourself. That's amazing. That's amazing. First of all, to acknowledge it, that's amazing. Or someone who can see my body of work and say, wow, that's amazing. You know, versus someone that talks down to you, or someone that's talking to you about business as if you don't have your doctorate degree in business, as if you haven't been teaching business, as if you haven't done research study, as if you haven't been in business. There's nothing worse. And sometimes as a woman who has intelligence, a spiritual woman, you know, sometimes people who are blind have a hard time receiving the fullness of who you are. And they don't know who they're talking to. You know, and I'm not saying that in a vain way. I'm saying it in a very factual way. What you say, I want good property with lots of trees that I can build. Yeah, exactly. And these things exist. You know, I had already started looking at some land and all of that, and I had some plans and this and that, which, you know, I've shared some of that on this channel. I'll share more as I know more, you know, once certain things are solidified. But absolutely, to be a woman that owns multiple properties, to be a woman that owns land, to be a woman that is sovereign, you know, it gives you the right to choose. I'll never forget this. Let it stay with you all, man or woman. I was watching Oprah. This was years ago, and it was on YouTube. And it was, what's her name? Debbie, what's that? She's a white lady, white actress, Debbie something. And these other actresses, okay? And they were talking about marriage and all that. And they were saying because of their wealth, they get to choose not to be married, for example. They get to choose, and that stayed with me. Not that I'm anti-marriage. I love marriage. I've been married. It was great. But what I'm saying is, I'm a sovereign woman, and I aim to be a sovereign woman. I aim to already have my shit together so that when you meet me, you're meeting an asset and not a liability. And you understand that coming in. Should I email you? Those of you who want to email me, please email me. I'm at DrBeeConnects@gmail.com. The email is in the description on my YouTube channel. So yeah, DrBeeConnects@gmail.com. DrBeeConnects@gmail.com. Please email me. I love to hear from you. I get emails all the time from you guys, and I do respond. I do sit there in my robe, lay down with my oatmeal cookie, and email you back. I'm originally from Milwaukee. Shout out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. What you say, marriage is a mindset, not paperwork. Yeah, I agree. It is a mindset for sure. Go ahead, Milwaukee. It's a mindset, and and it's a contractual agreement from a business standpoint, because the government is involved in your business, for sure. If it wasn't, then you wouldn't get tax write-offs and whatnot. Oh, Milwaukee, somebody asking you if you marry. Uh-oh, boo. But yeah, I aim to be a sovereign woman. I aim to be a woman that has her shit together. I want to be able to say, no, I had this debt, I cleared this debt. I did this. You know what I mean? You know. Oh, you're not, okay. He's saying you're not married. What we got here? We got a love connection. Got a love connection. Remember that show, Love Connection? But yeah. And there's just something about being able to take care of things. Well, see, he's from Milwaukee. You know, Milwaukee folks got it going on. And that's not all Milwaukee folks, but Milwaukee folks, absolutely, and this one too. That's why Milwaukee is the mod, because they're coming with a certain level of maturity and energy that I like, and I'm very proud to be able to have a moderator from my hometown. Very proud, very proud. But yeah, you guys, oh my goodness, let's go ahead and meditate. We've been out here talking for a long time. Those of you who don't know, I do have a nipple ring. You might be able to see it. I want to get this one pierced too. I only have one nipple ring. And the reason why I did one is because I felt like this breast, this breast was smaller than this breast, and I felt like this breast needed some love. So I was like, you need a nipple ring. We're gonna help you out. We gave it a nipple ring. So you know how y'all ladies know that your one breast be bigger than the other breast. Y'all know what I mean. And both of them be swelling up on you. But I think I want to get a nipple ring in this one too. Maybe I'll do that for my my birthday. Yeah, I don't know why that is, but I felt like the smaller one needed some support. So I was like, let me help you so that you don't feel bad. Right. So now I want to give this one some love so then they can match. But let me tell you, nipple rings are a pain in the ass. They're a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. I have my belly button pierced too, but the nipple rings are a pain in the ass. They take a long time to heal. And God forbid you rub it up against something, baby. There is hell to pay. You should do it, Leanne. There is hell to pay. I have a girlfriend. She got her clitoris pierced. Oh, you got to be very careful with the nipple rings. You got to be very careful. Even though it's been 100 years since I've had this nipple ring, to this day, if I rub it against something the wrong way, it's a problem. It's a problem. And I'll never forget when I got it. They literally just stuck the needle in and was like, bye. And I was like, but I'm bleeding. But I'm injured. Oh, snagged it on a box in a warehouse. Oh man, that sounds awful. That makes me hurt. My new growth is out of control, Milwaukee. My hair just grows. I was just like, first of all, my hair is naturally wild. It does not want to be tamed. It refuses to listen. That's how. It's naturally wild. I'm supposed to be getting it done today. Like, she's going to work on the back. Yeah, I learned to love it because what else can I do? Child, out 4C, A, B, D, 9, 10, and 12. It's thick. I'll tell you that right now. It's thick. Yeah. Oh, is that right, Leanne? My locks are past my booty cheeks. Oh, let me stand up. Now I'm sore. You know how you've been sitting long? They are. Hold on. Let's see. Here. Okay. So not past my booty cheeks, to my booty cheeks. Yeah, they're super long. Super long. And super wild and super crazy and out of control. Out of control. I have needed a retightening. Right, nip slip. I've needed a retightening since the beginning of time. And the lady is going to start retightening my hair today. She said it's going to take 6 hours. I'm like, why? So I'm just going to start off with 1 hour. Because I refuse. And I don't know what she's going to get done in 1 hour. Maybe she can get maybe this much done. You see? It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, yours is to your hip? Thank you. Leave them like they are? Yeah, she wants to retighten them. The back is just... I got a whole afro underneath, I guarantee. Oh, you cut your locks off because of stress? Really? Rate my locks from 9 to 10, or from 1 to 10? What, 10 being great? I love my locks. They just, they just wild. They're wild like the owner. I love my locks, but I do need a retightening, and I do have a mini afro underneath. I do. You see, and you can't tell. And you know what's so crazy is that now y'all gonna be like, no, you didn't. But I actually retightened the front. You can't tell because I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't get all the hairs in, and I'm not an expert. But I call myself retightening the front. No, you can't tell. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, this is all part of why I'm just like, I don't really feel like myself because my hair is wild. Well, it's always wild, but it's definitely extra wild. It's extra wild, and such is life. Such is life. But yeah, you guys. Oh yeah, I had an afro for a long time. I was natural before I got my locks. Yeah, and my afro was big. It was big. It was big. I don't have any pictures of my afro. Let's see. I've been natural. I've been a natural girl. Natural hair for a long time. Long time. I decided to go, start wearing my hair natural a long time ago. And really what it was is that I was asking myself, well, why I couldn't do it, in the first place. I've been natural since like 2000, maybe 2003. I was asking myself why I couldn't do it. And it came down to self-esteem, I had always been ashamed of my hair texture, of my hair. I didn't know, you know, I've been taught to not like my hair early on in my life. And I didn't realize that until I started doing my research and reading a book. Okay, this is an old picture. It's an old picture. Is that right, Lynn? It's an old picture. Old. Um, but yeah, you guys, you know how, you know, when you're not taught to really, like, I just didn't, I had an issue with my hair. And then I finally learned how to love it. This is why I accept it. This is why I'm like, it's wild, but it is what it is. My hair is just naturally wild. It does not want to act right. They don't want to do that. They want to act wrong. And that's okay, you know. All right, guys, let's go ahead and we're going to do this meditation. This is going to be a really quick meditation. I'm going to set our timer for 3 minutes. Me too. I love how it feels natural. You know, I even love my afro underneath because it's soft and it's squishy. You know, I can't imagine. I wore a lace wig one time and baby, I took that thing off in the car. I was like, absolutely not. First of all, it was itchy. Oh, it was so itchy. I took that thing off. I was on my way from work. I took that thing off and had it in my seat next to me. I can't do it. I mean, you know, thank you. And shout out to the people that can do the lace wigs, but I tried. My head was not having it. I was itchy, it was hot. I felt like I had a helmet on my head. Oh my God. It was terrible to me. And this is when my hair was natural. I thought, oh, let me try something new. No. No. Just like I can't do like the eyelashes. I can't do that either. I can't do it. I'm too lazy for all that, but I can't do it. And you know, when it comes to makeup and all that, I ain't got time for that either. Hey Larry. Yeah, I ain't got time for that either. No. If I want to be fancy, I'll put some lipstick on. But I'm not. Can't do the eyelash thing. Can't do the foundation thing. Foundation is okay, but it's just like I'll lose it and find it. I may keep foundation for years, okay? But I don't want anything rubbing off on my clothes. I don't have time for that. I'm not about to contour nothing because I don't want to. Because why? I'm not doing that. I'm not buying brushes I have to clean. Forget it. This is it. This is it. My eyebrows, I might, you know, get them, you know, like trimmed here and there. But no. No. I'm doing great, Larry. Thanks for asking. How are you? But no. I'm trying to, it's just like, no, it's too much. It's too much it's just too hard and it's too much and I don't want to. I'm stubborn and I don't, you know, I don't got time for all that. And I'm contouring and put this here and this shadow here, and doing this and doing that and spinning and then making my nose smaller. Well, it ain't. It's already warm here, Larry. What's the temperature over there? You know, my nose is my nose. You know, I'm about to put a line here and then put a line here and then fade this out and buff that in and put some lines up here and some lines up here. Do different colors. This a light brown and this a dark brown and blend it in. I'm not doing that. Oh, that's cold. I'm not doing that. I ain't got time for that. Matter of fact, one time I went to get my makeup done. This has happened to me twice. Lady did my makeup at the mall. I felt like a clown. The whole time she said, oh, it's so nice. It's so this. It's so pretty. It's so that. Baby, I walked out of there, walked right to my car. I was so ashamed. I was ashamed. I was like, what? This lady really messed me up. She must have put everything on my face. I was just like, I'm just not. That's just not. Are you blushing? I just said, no, I'm not doing that. You trying to put everything on my face, and the this and the that. And it's funny because I used to sell makeup, but it's just like, it's too much work. It's too much work. If I had a foundation, this is how I put it on. I take it and I go. And I promise you I'll be done. I promise you. Because ain't no way I'm about to blend nothing. I'm not blending nothing. Blend? Yeah, okay. You wait on it. Blend? For what? To do what? To do what? I ain't blending shit. This is what you get. That's it. That's crazy. It's just something else you gotta clean. Something else you gotta put and be mindful of. And I'm a minimalist in a lot of ways to begin with. I only have so many clothes. I only have so many shoes. I only have so much stuff. I don't like a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not about to have a collection of beauty brushes and blenders that I gotta clean, that's collecting bacteria. I went off. It's a tangent. It's a tangent of mine. And my mother's the same way. My mother's the same way, baby. If my mother want to get fancy, she'll take that eyebrow pencil and then just put it on her eyes. There's some lipstick, put it on her eyes. And my mother, at least she'll do, maybe if she really want to get fancy, she might do some blush, but that's probably about it. That's probably about it. But on a given day, yeah. My mother's hair is like mine. Let's see if I can find a picture of my parents. She ain't got time for all that. She'll wear some lipstick. That's how I feel. If I want to get fancy, I'll put on some lipstick and baby, let's go. We fancy now. Yeah, it's too much. And then especially nowadays, plus the stuff is toxic anyway. It's toxic anyway. Oh, thank you, Saint. And same to you. Sending love back to you. Sending love back to you. See if I can find a picture of my mother. Well, it looks like y'all are not trying to meditate today, but that's okay. Because I'm going to go ahead. Hold on. I had to call my mom back anyway, call my parents back. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, this is us fancy. This is me. I probably had some foundation on, and my mom had her lipstick on, and that's my dad, and that's all you're gonna get. That's as fancy as we get. That's it. That's it. Ain't a contour to be found. I wouldn't even know how to contour. It's too much. That's what I'm saying. It's too much sometimes to be a woman. And ain't no way. And as hot as it is out here, I'll walk outside and everything will melt off anyway. I do all that for nothing. So yeah, it's too hot for all that. It's too hot. But yeah, I guess we'll meditate next time, you guys, since we ran out of time. That's my mom and my dad and me. Yeah, that's an old picture though. We're on a cruise somewhere, I think. So, But yeah, you all, that's my mom. Thank you so much for being here. What do I use for my skin? Nothing. Nothing. I have some face stuff in there that I use, and it's the genes, because my mother don't do a damn thing. She don't do a damn thing at all. My mother doesn't even get facials, okay? I get a facial every now and then because I have what do you call those? Like sometimes the blackheads, and they get them out of there. They get them out of there. I have a lot of moles, but yeah, I don't really have. I use this mask every once. You never been to the salon? Yeah, my mother's old school. Yeah, my mother. It's the genes, because I can't even say my mother don't do a damn thing. She don't do a damn thing, and her skin is really nice. It's really nice. My mother has always had nice skin, so I'm hoping that it's the same way for me. Oh, you use a shea and mango butters. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I need to. You know, there's certain products that I do like. That's right. No, I didn't cry. Not today. Not today. Not yet. There are some products that I do like, but I'm kind of lazy when it comes to skincare. If I just wash my face, there's some stuff that's by my tub, and I just wash my face. But I swear my mother don't even, she just probably just wash her face with water and call it a day. Call it a day. My mother probably just wash her face with the body soap that she uses and calls it a day. My mother does not have a skincare routine. This woman does not have it. She doesn't have it. And I barely have it, because what am I doing? I'm just washing my face. You know, I'm just washing my face, and I don't even use a towel to wash my face. I just use my hands to wash my face. That's just how lazy it is. You know, or I'll take this cream. I have this cream that I like because my skin gets dry, and I'll take this and I'll put this on my face. There's one thing about my skin is that it will get dry. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yep, it's my real hair. And I'll put this on my skin, and then it'll re-moisturize my face. But baby, I need a facial. I need a facial. I need a manicure. I need a pedicure. I need the whole package. I need to just take myself in, like, you know how you take your car in for maintenance? I need to just take myself in for maintenance and come out. Because there's nothing like when I get a facial, I feel like my skin is glowing. I feel like I'm on top of the world. And I get a pedicure, and I'm like, oh, these toes are actually cute toes. But when you don't have a pedicure, it's like, I can't tell. I've been growing my hair for a long time. Let me see. How long have I had my locks? At least since 2012. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Thank you. Yeah, well, you know, when you get it, I feel like when I get a facial, I feel like it's just, I feel unstoppable. I feel unstoppable. When I get things situated and everything's cute. I don't really feel cute now. I feel cute level 1. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I can go to the grocery store. I'll put a hat on and go to the grocery store cute. But I don't feel like, you know, but that's a woman thing, because women, we have hormones, and sometimes I think we're so difficult on ourselves. Thank you. We're hard on ourselves. I mean, it's just like, you know, especially when you know that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can really get it together. Do I like having someone grabbing my hair from behind? I would prefer if somebody massaged my scalp. That would probably feel better. If they massage my scalp. You know, I've already had my hair grabbed and pulled and things like that. But first of all, I'm gonna need to keep my hair on my head, you know. And second of all, if a person really wants to love me, as we talked about this earlier, then they want to treat me in such a way that demonstrates care. And they'd ask me, you know, how do you like to be touched? You know. And then I would say, you can massage my scalp, you know, just a light tug on my scalp from the back, like a light tug on my roots. Stimulate my roots for me, if you will. Versus yanking my hair, because I've had that, you know. I want to be loved in a different way. I want to be loved in a way where somebody actually says, how does this feel? Do you like this? Can I do this? You know, and all of that, versus somebody just doing what they saw on Pornhub. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that. You know. But I did have this guy he used to pull my hair all the time. I mean, it was okay, but I didn't have to tell him he was pulling too hard. My loctician wouldn't like that too much. So please. X-nay on the pulley. So, but yeah, you guys, I feel bad that we didn't get a chance to meditate today. You know, I get on this thing and I say I'm only going to be on here for a few minutes, and I always end up being, it seems like these days I'm on here for a few hours at a time, because we get started and I get to going, and y'all get to going with me. And the next thing you know, we've been sitting here for a few hours. No, these are contacts. My eyes are brown and the contacts are brown. And they're prescription too. So without them, I wouldn't be able to see you. I'd be like, who is that? I choose who wrong, boo? What are you talking about? Who am I choosing wrong? How you know? You just got here. Do you know me? Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Have we met in real life? Thank you, Nicholas. Have we met in real life? 8491. Since you say I'm choosing wrong. Oh, you talking about the guys that pull my hair? No, I'm not choosing wrong, boo. I've been celibate for 2 years. I'm choosing myself. So, until somebody come in here with some sense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, sweetie? You know. But yeah, I don't, you know, every woman is different. We talked about this earlier today. You weren't here. But every woman is different, you know. I want to be treated a certain way. I want to be treated in a loving way. I want to be treated, I'm not here for somebody to just bust a nut. Nor am I here to farm out my orgasm. I don't know if you guys knew this, but your orgasm comes from within. It's not even coming from your other partner. It's coming from within you. It's already within you. You know, that's Tantra. Being able to live life orgasmically, being able to live life in the moment, being able to have that stillness, which is why we usually meditate at the end of our lives, so that you can experience a moment of stillness. No, I'm not looking or searching, Nicholas. I'm just allowing. I'm open. I'm always open to receiving more love in my life. You know what I mean? Yet, if it comes, great. If it doesn't, that's also great. Because at the end of the day, I enjoy loving myself and being a person that just enjoys themselves. I think that's actually the key to having beautiful relations with other people, is being a person that actually enjoys yourself. You're not looking for someone to complete you per se. You're not looking for someone that you could steal from. Beware of bandits and felons. Yeah, I was supposed, beware of people who are not, people who don't enjoy their own company. Hey, Lynn. Beware of people that don't enjoy their own company. Beware of people that are not comfortable being with themselves. Do it feel better if I would love you rather than just yourself? Well, I'm complete. It's extra if someone else loves me. It's extra. It's extra. You want to be with someone that's already running from a full cup. You don't want to be with someone where you have to fill their cup. You want to be with someone that doesn't farm out their orgasm, who knows that their orgasm comes from within. You want to be with someone, and that person is not a simp just because they said that. Where y'all be getting this stuff from? Just because somebody wants to love somebody, that doesn't make them a simp. That actually makes them a human being. Y'all be so backwards when it comes to certain things, because really and truly you have lost the art of romance. You have lost you've lost the feeling of love. Someone who's kind and someone who's sweet and someone who wants to love, you label them as a simp. That's a sign of immaturity. Someone that's giving, you label them a simp. When, you know what I mean? That's crazy. But at the end of the day, love is something that gives. It's not something that takes away. It's something that desires to share what they have, to share themselves, to share. We already broke down a demonstration of what that means earlier today. And because I'm a person who loves, nobody needs anybody per se. They choose. It's different when it's a choice versus it being a need. It's a different type of energy. You don't want anybody that needs you. You might think it's romantic, but really, baby, that's codependency. That's someone that they're looking to fill a void. I'm not looking for anybody to fill a void. I fill my own voids. I'm sovereign, a sovereign woman. And there's nothing wrong with that. A sovereign woman wants to be with a sovereign man. Somebody that's complete, somebody that's not looking for me to fill their void. Because I'm not a void filler. I can add to what you already have, adding to the abundance that you already are. Other than that, I'd end up being a bloodsucker. You don't want a bloodsucker. You don't want an energy vampire. You want somebody that's already coming with a package, complete package. They're a package, meaning that they're already flowing from a place of abundance. Their heart is already spilling over, and they say, this is what I can share with you. No, I don't know where you hear somebody hurt me. Am I speaking English? Am I speaking English? Are you having a hard time understanding English today? Just let me know that. Just because somebody is on here saying that they actually are coming from a full cup, that they can share love, I don't know how you translate that to somebody hurt me. Baby, everybody's been hurt before. Newsflash! What? That's dumb. That's almost saying, do you drink water? Everybody's been hurt before. It's quite simple. But different people handle different things in different ways. So just because a person is walking in fullness and choosing to enjoy themselves doesn't mean that they're resistant to love. I told you I'm open to love from other people. As a matter of fact, I am love. And so are you. It's the knowledge of self. It's the knowledge of self. And two people who know that they are love, thank you, Lynn, they get to share that love. Sharing, not taking. Love does not take. Love does not have any expectations. Love just is. If anything, that means that that person is complete. Not that that person is sad because somebody hurt them back in 1992. Are you crazy? Does that make sense? Stop assuming. This is an awful assumption to have. Stop assuming that because a person is comfortable in their own skin and because a person doesn't mind sharing their love and because a person loves them so fully, stop assuming that they're not in a relationship because they've been hurt by love. That's crazy. That might be true for some. That's not true for this one. No, I'm open to love. Yet I know I am love. And I don't need to farm out my love, nor do I need to wait to receive love. Because how am I gonna do that when I'm already love? The way I put my clothes on this morning was love. The way I took my bath was love. The way I made my coffee was love. The way I showed up here was love. The way I put my beads on was love. The way I put my earrings on is love. And the way I go out here and do what I gotta do and run my errands and get my smoothie, that will also be love too. The way I gave water to the birds, that's love. Love is not something that you wait on. Love is not something that you farm out. Love is something that you know you are. You exist, you are love. And when you go out there in the world, you demonstrate that love in multiple ways. You don't narrow your love to one thing. You go out and you demonstrate love in multiple ways. When you say hi to people, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you act, that's love. Is that right, Lynn? Love is not exhausting when you are simply one that gives. It can be exhausting if you're giving from an empty cup, yet you don't give love from an empty cup. And the first being that you give love to is yourself. If it's exhausting you, you're probably doing too much. It need not be exhausting. Love is something that you share. You're sharing from a full cup, not an empty one. That's what love is. It's an energy, it's a vibration, it's a frequency that you emit, it's a frequency that you give out. It is not limited to one thing. It's simply who you are. Everywhere you go, you smell like love, you act like love. It just is. That's called giving from a full cup. You embody love. We are all that. We are all the embodiment of love. We are all love. We are all the lights. I'm no different than any of you. I promise you that. Is that right, Lynn? Yeah, some people can take 84.91. Hey, Tim. How you, sweetie? Some people are very much so takers and not givers, and yet love is something that you give. It's something that you give. Is that right? Yeah, some people are not huggers for sure, Lynn. What about the void? Hey, God in the flesh. How are you? Yeah, I mean, is that right? Yeah, some people are not huggers for sure. Yeah, meet people like that all the time. And that happens. I'm doing great, Tim. Thanks for asking. I can't complain. Been on this thing for a minute, about to jump off and do my errands like I've been saying for the last hour. So, but yeah, well, you know, yeah, somebody will receive those hugs, man. Somebody will receive them. You know, there has to be an exchange for sure. But yeah, love just is. And not everybody is, you know, there are some takers out there and people who don't give. Absolutely. I talked about that earlier today on the live. Absolutely. That exists. And yet there are people who will give love back to you. You give love to them. They give love back to you. It's a mutual exchange. And there's a beautiful thing in being able to receive someone's love. Oh, it's such a beautiful thing. Just like it's a beautiful thing to give love, it's a beautiful thing to receive someone's love. Are you a very introvert? Okay. What's the show about today? Child, the show is about I'm getting ready to get the hell up out of here. We talked about a lot though. We talked a lot about relationships today, people, friends, disappointments. You know, we didn't really talk about anything metaphysical today. A lot of times the conversation goes in a metaphysical, esoteric direction. As a matter of fact, Tim, we didn't even meditate today. Can you believe that? That's crazy. You know, we didn't really cover too many spiritual topics today at all. It was just one of those days I came on here and was just talking shit. Talking shit, Tim. So you ain't missed nothing. You didn't miss a doggone thing. But we had fun. We had a good time though. What you say, it'll be okay, we'll do it later. No, I didn't speak about ghosts today, but we have talked about, we talk about all kinds of things. We talk about string theory and protons and electrons and neutrons and alchemy and astrology and parallel worlds, parallel realities, and ghost spirits, aliens, Anunnaki, Inky, and Enlil. We talk about all of that stuff here. That and then some, you know, and food. This channel covers a lot of interesting things, actually, because I think the people that I talk to are interesting. Like, you guys got a lot on your mind, lots of things, lots of experiences, and so we talk about those things here. I'm definitely a science person, so we talk about science and history. We love to talk about history here. Do I go to church? No, I am the church. I am the church. Do you go to church? 8491. And shout out to those who do go to church. You know, I'm not in any particular religious group. No, I'm not. Yet I say kudos to you. If you are a Christian, if you're Muslim, if you practice Judaism, atheism, whatever your thing is, do you, boo. Yeah, we talk about science a lot here. We go in here, and that's how I end up being on here for hours and hours and hours, because we end up researching things, looking at things, you know, going back and forth and back. Oh, you pray for the peace of Israel. Oh, okay, good for you. Yeah, the whole world needs peace, indeed. Yeah, we talk about all kinds of stuff. So, you know, if that sounds like you're interested in, make sure you subscribe. Some of my hobbies: writing. I'm a writer. You know, I like to sing. I can hold a note, I think. I love dancing, all kinds of dancing, you know. I like to spend a lot of time in nature. I'm a nature girl. I like to just be and just sit and just be. Believe it or not, outside of this thing, I am very quiet and very much so to myself a lot. And it's interesting, you know. This is why I practice stillness a lot here. We do stillness meditations here. Very much so into the heart wisdom. I'm into developing or getting into our higher conscious. I like to talk about that a lot. And not just talk about it, but be about it. You know, that's the frequency that I'm on. You know, the frequency of love. If there's anything that means the most to me, it would be love. It would be love. Love. I feel like love is the highest vibration. It's the most important thing. Spiritual people would say it's the only thing. It's the only thing that exists. Spiritual people would say this is esoteric knowledge. You know, everything is rooted, or say the root, the most important thing is love. That's what I want to say. You know, even the beads that I wear, everything has a significance. You know, it's not just for design. They mean something. Prayer beads, they mean something. You know, what I want people to take away from this channel is that when you sit with me, you're sitting with a person that is just like you. You're sitting with a person that's also in this classroom of life. That has seen some things. Let them breathe. That has seen some things, that has witnessed some things, just like you have witnessed some things. So talking to me is like talking to an old friend. Yeah, who can share just a little bit of wisdom. Just a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but a little. And maybe that little bit of wisdom that I share with you will be something you can take with you. You're sitting with a person that is striving to live in their authentic truth. Am I there yet? No. Absolutely not. Have I arrived? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I sit before you and I tell you that. You know. So it's almost like talking to your cousin. Just your cousin with maybe a little bit of sense. So being on this channel is like talking to your cousin that has a little bit of sense. How about that? You know. And who wants to hear your thoughts too? You know, we share our thoughts on this channel. And sometimes we get pretty darn deep. You know, we hold space here. We hold space. Have I done a lot? Sure. Am I any of those things that I've done? No. What do I always say on this channel? We are the nothingness. I am no thing. No thing. You know, not attached to any roles that I've played. Not attached to any of that. You know how you get chapstick and then you got the white line? It's so annoying. Why is that? Why can't they make a chapstick that doesn't do that? Is it hard? Anyway. But yeah, that's what this channel is about. The core foundation is love. Everybody is welcome here. I don't care what your spiritual background is. I could give two shits. I don't care what your political background is. I could give two shits. I don't care what ethnicity you are. Does not matter to me. I don't care. Everybody's welcome here. So this is a community channel. And if it sounds like you've been looking for a place where you're welcome to be here, then go ahead and subscribe. And make sure you come back. Because I love to have you here. All right. On that note, since we're finally wrapping it up, and it looks like there's only a couple of you there, I want to say thank you so much for being part of this channel. Thank you for being part of this discussion. I really appreciate the time that we were able to share, and the energy that I was able to bring, and the energy that you brought to this channel, the energy you brought to this discussion. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm going to give you a namaste. Oh, I gotta say bye for now. I gotta say bye for now, but I'm gonna give you a namaste, which means that the God in me acknowledges the God within you. So I bow to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, love someone, starting with yourself. Okay, bye for now.